What's up guys, I'm Noxys and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about the things that you shouldn't do as a free-to-play player in Princess Connect Redive. A lot of people are asking whether this game is pay-to-win heavy or can be viable for an F2P player. To put it simply, yes, this game is F2P friendly, and although most gacha games can be easily dominated by whales, this game included, it doesn't mean that you as an F2P player cannot make the most out of this game. You just have to avoid some of the biggest and most common mistakes that you can commit as an F2P starter, and we have listed them down for you. Number 1. Sleeping on free starter units. I get that this is a waifu collector game and many will be pulling for the SSR rainbow units as soon as they can get their hands on some gacha jewels. But if you really want to clear story fast while saving for jewels, I'd recommend building all 5 units early on, namely Pikorin, Ri, Kokoro, Karin, and Yui. That team is already balanced enough to take you until the last stage of the normal difficulty and even 3-starring your way there. 2 of these units, namely Ri and Yui, are highly recommended to upgrade up to rank 7 as they are endgame viable. Number 2. Being too frugal on spending for mana. F2P players especially will have second thoughts on spending for the mana packages, but bear in mind that these packages are worth it in the long run as they give out bigger mana stacks, tickets, unit shards, and divine amulet medals as price goes higher. Take advantage of the daily cost refresh so you can reap more mana deals on a daily basis. I suggest spending up until the 400 jewel cost if you're not too stingy with your jewel reserve. Believe me, you will be needing a lot of mana to progress even as an F2P player, and by that I mean a lot. Number 3. Being too reliant on the optimize feature. This QOL feature is obviously great, super convenient, and time-saving, but if you want to be efficient with your mana, XP potion, and refinement crystals, you need to be mindful of how much you are spending. This feature might select the optimal upgrade choices, but you could be wasting resources with it. If you want to use upgrade materials as efficient as possible, here are the takes. Do not use XP potions for your main quest team if they are just 1 or 2 levels behind your account. They can catch up with XP through completing quests. Do not use the generic refinement crystals if you have spare trash items you can use. Reserve the crystals for refining higher tier items requiring more than 100 points. Do not use XP potions for your main quest team if they are just 1 or 2 levels behind your account. They can catch up with XP through completing quests. Do not use generic refinement crystals if you have spare trash items you can use. Reserve the crystals for refining high tier items requiring more than 100 points. The main point here is to do the optimizing manually if you got the time and patience to do it. Number 4. Too lazy to upgrade guildhouse main structures. There are a lot of things to do in this game, but one of your main priorities is to max out the levels of your main structures, namely Karen's table, snack table, potion creation device, and mana creation device, as they are your natural resource generators. Upgrading them requires rupees, which you can get by donating items in your clan, as well as liking other guild houses or being liked in return. The time required for upgrading furnitures increases with level, so be sure to visit your guild house from time to time to max out their levels ASAP. Number 5. Spending currency rewards other than unit shards. Different contents will reward you with different currencies which you can use to purchase things in the shop. Arena and dungeon shops will sell you tempting gears, but you shouldn't buy them unless extremely necessary. Unit shards are hard to come by in this game, and you need tons of them if you want to ascend a unit. Number 6. Ranking up without a plan. Do not be tempted to rank up your units without planning ahead, as this might leave some of your units naked in the process, which might hamper your progress instead of boosting it. Bear in mind that a rank 6 units with a full gear is too stronger than a rank 7 unit with missing gears or without any gear at all. Some gears can only be farmed in the next story stages, which are still locked, and your current team might not be able to clear it if you rank up your unit too soon and get a new stock. Avoid that. You can click on a character's rank details to know the kind of gears they will be needing for the next rank and plan accordingly. Number 7. Upgrading gears too soon. It is not uncommon for players to try and upgrade their characters whenever they like. You shouldn't be doing it if you want to save resources. The key is to finish story stages as long as your team still can and only stop when they couldn't. The reason for this is there are guaranteed first clear rewards for every stage, which includes important crafting materials like gears and blueprints. It is fine if you can't 3-star everything, Just take all the first clear rewards that you can get. This way you will need to farm lesser raw materials to upgrade your characters, which you all know would require a lot of tickets and stamina to complete. Not only will you progress faster, you will also save hundreds of stamina and tickets. Number 8. Not buying all items in bonus shops. Bonus shops appear at least 5 times a day and each appearance offers different materials sold at a time limit. These products can be purchased with mana, and most if not all of the offerings are worth for their price. Every player should take advantage of these deals by ticking all the boxes and clicking purchase all each time a bonus shop appears. The mana cost is relatively low even for an F2P player. There's also a problem of a new limited shop overriding a still active one, which happens when you don't exit the quest result screen, which gates you off unpurchased items. The only way to avoid this is to either exit the quest result screen or you buy everything after each appearance. Number 9. Not being mindful of the enemy's strengths and weaknesses. Some players just want to prioritize building their favorite units in almost all contents, which is kind of counterproductive. That's because some contents such as story stages may change in difficulty in relation to the kind of enemy mobs and bosses you will be facing. Some stages may focus on the back units first, cutting your tank and DPS off of the necessary buffs and heal sustains. In a similar manner, enemies might focus fire your team's middle position units and drastically minimize your damage output, making it hard to clear. So if you are wondering why you can't clear the next stage even though you are 3-starring the previous ones in a breeze, your other characters may need more improvements than what you are prioritizing at the moment. The same is true for PvP, where lazy players may find themselves stuck in the lower end of the rankings unless they get the patience to at least look up every available unit's skill sets and remember them. The learning curve may be huge and may take a long time, but it will be worth it. Number 10. Not ranking up on PvP as fast as possible. The PvP arena is where you can grab a truckload of free jewels, but there's a trick to it. You have to win all free 5 daily arena attempts to maximize profit, so it's advised to fight only if you are confident that you will always win against your opponent's team. You may only have a week or two to do this when the leaderboard is still kind of diluted. Doing it later than that may be extra challenging as whales and dolphins will start to dominate rankings since then, and it will be too hard for an F2P to catch up. 11. Not donating anything on clan requests. The clan system is one of the main social features in this game where players get to chat with other clan members, send likes for rupees, and most importantly request for items and send donations. Some F2P players might think that donating items to other players is a bad thing. That's not totally true. Donating items will also net you rupees which you can use to upgrade and buy guildhouse furnitures. Aside from that, players whom you have donated may find it easier to return the favor if ever you send an item request yourself. In a bigger perspective, helping your guildmates with little actions such as item donations will contribute greatly to your clan's performance in clan battles. 12. Not clearing hard mode daily. Aside from shops, hard modes are the other way to farm character shards. Each stage has a specific character shard drop, the stamina cost is higher than normal stages, and has a 3-time completion limit per node. As an F2P, it's advised to farm the shards of your top 5 characters daily and just max out the 3-time completion limit without the need to refresh. It's a slow process, but the goal is guaranteed, so you shouldn't forget about doing this every time. 13. Trying to clear dungeons and grotto stages minutes after daily reset. The grotto is the PV content where you can farm mana, XP potions, and other resources in great amount. Each grotto has its own difficulty stages requiring 3 stars to unlock the next stage. If you are still climbing for the next stage, it is highly advised to clear the current highest stage after you have optimized your main units for that day to secure victory and the 3-star rating without the need to start over and waste your attempts. Only after reaching the highest stage is it inconsequential if you clear the grotto whenever you want. 14. Building too many units at once. The only time you are encouraged to seriously build more than 8 to 10 units is when you unlock Princess Arena, which is a dozen levels away from where you start the game. If you are still starting out and as an F2P player, it is advised to build only around 5 to 7 units in total. The two being better substitutes to your existing main characters. Replacing weaker units with stronger ones is great, but you shouldn't do it every after a good summoning session. This may only spread out your resources thinner and slow down your progress. 15. Being an impulsive gacha spender. Last but certainly not the least, learn to hoard out your gacha jewels as much as you can to wait for great banners. Unless you play as a collector, running out of jewels will be a huge disadvantage when a new banner arrives introducing an SSR tier unit. If the H is too strong, you can do a single summon trick equal to one multiple summon of 10 units. That way, you get to summon 10 times and get to test your luck for that day without depleting your bank. So that's it for our Princess Connect Redive F2P beginner guide discussing 15 most common mistakes that players commit in this game. If you are new to my channel, please like and subscribe to show your support. Thanks for watching and happy gaming!